grieving in the lockdown. Ordinarily, advice given to people who are grieving is to go outside as much as they can, to do lots of sports and activities, to socialise with their friends, to make sure that they're trying to go about their daily life as normal so that things don't completely change. Well, lockdown has made that happen anyway. And for people who are grieving, they can't go out and see their friends. They can't go and do sports that they enjoy or go to classes or be around their friends at school and have support from other relationships with teachers and other adults. It's very, very difficult right now because not only are you grieving, but you're grieving in a very strange environment. Everybody has to stay at home with their families, so you're not able to do the socializing factor. And also, things feel very uncertain and very confusing at the moment. We don't know when lockdown's going to end, and when it does end, we don't know how things are going to be after. So on top of your grief, you have a whole extra layer of the lockdown to deal with. But it also means that you're not able to do the fun stuff that would help start to try to make life feel better for you. I think it's important to really acknowledge that some people don't know what to do when somebody's died. So your friends might be feeling like they just don't know what to say to you. They're scared that they might say the wrong thing, or they're scared that they might say something to upset you. So you might find that some of your friends have been quite quiet. And it's not because they don't care, but it's because they don't know what to do. Some people might be talking to you, but not mentioning the fact that somebody you love has died. And again, it's for that same reason. Sometimes people think, if I talk about it, I'm going to make that person really sad. But they don't realise that you're already really sad, and that actually talking about the person who has died or talking about how you feel would actually make it feel better. So sometimes it might be on you to say to somebody, I'd really like to talk about so-and-so who's died. Can I have a chat with you? And then they'll be more than happy to help. But sometimes they might need a bit of a nudge or a bit of reassurance from you that that is something that you need, because out of love for you, they don't know how to deal with it. So that's something that can be quite hard, because your friends are normally such a cornerstone of support, and at the moment it might feel quite tricky, not only because you can't see them, but also because they might not know how to be around you, so it might feel a bit funny. Another really important thing to acknowledge is that sometimes grown-ups feel that they should try to keep you safe, and they don't want to give you too much information because they don't want to upset you. Now, grown-ups do this out of love, but sometimes that might not be what you need. So you could be in a situation where actually you have some questions about how the person died, or any other questions around what happened after they died, or what's happening now. And if you do have questions, then please go and talk to somebody that you really trust and explain to them that not knowing this information is actually really quite hard, and it's making it a bit more difficult for you. So you'd really like to know, and you have some questions to ask. Sometimes grown-ups tell us things to try and make death feel more gentle, or to make it not feel so scary. But sometimes that can make it be more confusing for us. So let me give you an example. Sometimes grown-ups might say that Granddad died in his sleep, and that can actually then make you feel really worried about going to sleep and why did Granddad die, and will I die in my sleep? And it can start to snowball into other worries and fears. So if you find that your parents might have told you something that's making you a bit confused or is making it feel a bit strange for you, do go and speak to them and explain and say, I have some questions. So if you haven't had the chance to have a funeral and to celebrate the person that you loved in the way that you would like to, there are activities that you can do with your family to celebrate and to remember and to grieve in a really nice way. And they're all going to be made for you in videos that will be yellow. But there's memory stones, having a remembering you meal, the remember you game, lots of different things. So make sure you check out the yellow videos when they're done. One of the things you can do is, I've made a mindfulness guided visualization called Saying Goodbye. And it's a really safe and gentle story that guides you to a special place to be able to say goodbye and say the things that you wanted to say to your loved one and feel that you've made that connection. So that's something that you should try if you feel that you're ready for. It's a really nice way to feel like you've had that opportunity to say goodbye, which often happens at funerals, but that's not been accessible to you. So definitely check out all the yellow videos and the saying goodbye video. Very much like the advice given in other videos about lockdown and grieving, trying to manage your grief in lockdown is difficult, but it's manageable, and making sure you have a really set routine. So filling your life with certainty, because at the moment things are very uncertain. So you can make yourself a daily routine. Maybe your whole family wants to make one. So set the times you get up and go to bed, the times that you're going to get dressed, get ready for the day, when you're doing your work, when you're going to do fun activities through the day, when you need some quiet time, just so that you have that sense of certainty, making sure you're sleeping well, trying to get about 10 hours sleep a night, eating healthily, making sure that you're going for your daily exercise. So doing all these things that are going to make a real difference to your mental well-being, your stress response, and therefore how you're grieving. If you do find that you want to talk to somebody and it's not possible to do that with your family members at home, or it's not possible to do that with your friends at school, I'm going to leave you some information at the end of this video where there are helplines, especially for children, that you can call and speak to somebody, or you can have messenger conversations with if you don't feel like you want to talk to somebody. But they're going to be able to help answer your questions, be able to give you the support you need without you feeling like you're on your own. Okay? So, as always, remember we are all thinking about you at Earnham, and you are not